Hello guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. So today I'm showing you how we make okra soup in Ivory Coast. Yes, the Ivorian way of making okra soup. So if you are interested, just keep watching. So here we're going to go through the ingredients. So for this recipe, we're going to need some fresh okra, very fresh okra. We're going to need some onions, some tomatoes, and fresh chili. We're going to need some palm oil. We are also going to need some locust beans, also called iru. We are going to need some fermented fish or fermented snail. It's up to you. We are going to need some fish and crayfish powder, some potash or baking soda. We're going to need some tripe, some crabs and beef cow foot, and some beef and smoked fish. The protein is up to you, okay? You can use the protein of your choice. That's just what I will be using in this recipe. So I'm going to start by boiling my cow foot and my tripe together, okay? And I'm going to add some salt and onions, and I'm going to cook these two first because they are the hardest, okay? The toughest. While they are cooking, I'm going to get my okra ready. So I've washed them and all that. I'm going to just remove, cut the bottom of it, get rid of it, and then put everything in the mixer. And now I'm going to chop it all. Yes, I'm using the mixer. Traditionally, we use the knife and we cut it, okay? We use our hands to cut it, but I've not done that in a long time. I've been using my food processor to do this job, okay? And that's the easiest ever. So this is it. This is what I'm going to get. You can chop it the way you like it, the size you want it. And here I just wanted to show you how to differentiate between a male and a female crab. So this is a female crab. You can see the bottom of it, that pocket. You see how round it is. It's very large and round, okay? And now I'm going to show you the male's one. And this is what it's looking like. It looks like a male, okay? You can tell the pocket is very different. And yes, this is how you know the male from the female. Usually people like to use the female because majority of the time there's eggs inside the crabs, okay? The female crabs, okay? So yes, this is both of them and you can tell the difference. So if you didn't know before, now you know how to tell. So when you go to the market, you can choose your crabs that you like, okay? So yes, guys, we come back to our pot, and yes, my cow foot and tripe have soften a bit. So now I'm going to add my beef to it, and I'm going to add my fermented snail. I usually use fermented fish, but I didn't have any. That's why I used the fermented snail, okay? I've added my veggies, onion, tomatoes, and chili. I'm adding half of the fish and crayfish powder, and I'm adding my palm oil as well. I'm going to mix it very well, season it the way you like it, and then we are going to cover and allow it to cook. So here I'm getting my smoked fish ready. What I like to do, is to remove the bones from it so that there will be no bones in my soup whatsoever, because I have children eating it as well. So I'm going to remove all the bones and then I will add it to my soup later on. If you don't do that, I will advise you to do that. It's the easiest way. Even for adults, it's easier, okay? When you're eating your soup and you know that you're not going to face any bones in your soup. So this is it. Is ready. I'm going to set it aside and we move on to the next step. So here my veggies are almost ready. They are not 100% ready yet. They are almost there, okay? So this is the time for me to add my crabs. I didn't add it earlier when I was adding the beef because, you know, crabs they are seafood, so they don't take long to cook. So this is when I'm adding my crabs. Now I'm going to cover and allow it to finish cooking for my veggies to be 100% ready, and then we're going to remove them. So let's say like 10 minutes or so, my veggies were ready. I just came back and removed the tomatoes, chili, onions, everything. If you don't want your soup to be spicy, do not blend your chili, okay? So everything is in the blender. Now I'm going to add my fish, my smoked fish, mix well and leave it on low heat, okay? And I'm going to go blend my vegetables and come back. Before I blend my vegetables, I'm going to add my locust beans in there. It's going to give a beautiful flavor to your soup. So I added my locust beans and blended it very well, and I'm going to pour it back in my pot. You don't have to blend your locust beans. You can add it straight in there. It's just that for me, when my kids see the seeds, they will start removing them one by one. They don't like eating it. That's why I blend it so nobody can see it. You will eat it without knowing you are eating it, okay? So I'm going to mix everything very well, and then I'm going to put it on the side, and I will start getting my okra ready. So here in my pot, the soup is on the other side and is simmering. So the fire is very, very, very low on the soup on the other side, okay? Now here in my pot, I've added some water, and here I have my potash in the bowl there. I've added water. I'm going to leave it to soak just for 2-3 minutes, okay? And meanwhile, I'm going to add my okra, my chopped okra, into the pot with that little bit of water you see there. And once it starts boiling, I'm going to add the water from the potash, okay? So I soaked my potash so that I'm not going to add the sand into the okra. Some people drop the potash straight in the okra like that, but I feel like the sand that stays in it, okay? That's why I soak mine and I only use the water of it, okay? That is it. So once you've added the water, you can mix well and allow it to cook, and you're gonna have to work it out a bit by beating it from time to time, okay? You can use baking soda instead of potash as well. It's up to you. So after beating it for a while, I'm going to come and season it, and I'm going to add another small piece of the fermented snail or fish, depending on what you have. I'm going to add the remaining of the fish and crayfish powder, and I'm going to start mixing it again, beating it again, and then that is it. Once it starts drawing after, I don't know, 5-10 minutes on low heat, as you see there, is ready. I will leave it to cool down a bit, okay? I'm not mixing it while it's that piping hot, okay? I'll leave it to cool down a bit. I leave the sauce as well to cool down a bit. And then once both of them have cooled down a bit, I'll come and add my okra to the sauce, and I'll mix very well, and that is it. My sauce is ready. I'm not going to leave it on the fire anymore. That is it. I can serve. And it's very delicious. And voila, guys, the soup is ready and it's yummy and delicious. Trust me, you want to try it. It's very delicious. So we're going to put it on the side and we're going to start making the banku. We are going to eat this with banku. You can eat it with cassava dough, with rice, with fufu. It's up to you. But today in my house, we are having it with banku, okay? Banku is a mix of corn dough, fermented corn dough, and fermented cassava dough, okay? So you will go, for example, you will take 2 parts of corn dough to 1 part of cassava dough, okay? Now, it's up to you if you want to add a bit more cassava dough or not, but most of the time, majority of the time, the corn dough is more than the cassava dough, okay? So now that I've added both of them in my bowl, I've added some water. I'm going to mix well, and this is what I'm going to get. You can add a bit more water if you want. That's completely fine. And I'm going to sieve it. Yes, guys, I sieve mine. I like to sieve it because there's a lot of fibers in there, you know, all these fibers coming from the corn, coming from the cassava. There's a lot, and I like to remove mine so that my dough can be very smooth. That's why I sieve it always. So this is it. That's the reason why I told you I'm sieving it. So I've added it onto the fire. I'm going to add a bit more water because this paste is a bit thick for me, and I'm going to cook it the way we cook plakali, okay? And then, yes, guys, this is it. Serve it and enjoy it with your soup, or enjoy it with whatever you want. It's up to you, guys. This was so yummy, so delicious. I'm sure this video is, you know, it's a proof of it, okay? As you can see there, I'm sure you can tell it was yummy and delicious. So come and eat with me. Come on, come, let's enjoy this food together. Thank you for watching my video, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you try it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Don't forget to like the video, comment and share, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.